Giuliani practices voodoo. So he put a voodoo hex on my girl, Hillary, and that's why she got woozy.
Yo.
And the Secret Service had to prop her up and put her in the van.
But take us to a break, my dude.
It was voodoo, son.
I don't know about that voodoo.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Three Black Guys with a Mic. What up, party people? Welcome to Three Black Guys with the Mic, the podcast where politics meet pop culture in hip-hop debate style. I'm your host, Spud, along with music industry vet, my man Lamont Hayes, and political commentator, my man MJ Scales. Tonight, got a lot of things to talk about. Thank you so very much for joining us this evening. If you get the opportunity, hit the thumbs up button right here on Facebook. If you're watching us live on Instagram, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, chime in on the conversation. We would love to hear from you as well. Fellas, what's the dealio?
It's all you, baby.
If you see me keep looking up, I'm trying to look at the thermostat. I just hit it because it's hot. Is it hot where y'all at? Because it's hot this way. Hot.
It's like burning up.
It's blazing out here, my dude. It's blazing. But, you know, you got to keep it
It
moving.
was burning up outside. Listen, I tried to go outside yesterday and smoke a cigar, and it was so hot. I was like, yo, this is going to wait. I was like, yo, this is not happening right now. You know, this
hot.
is
I'm like, is
definitely
the devil busy or what is it? Is he tap dancing?
No, the devil was
No,
alive.
that's when it's raining. Was it raining? Or is the devil beating his wife when it's raining and the sun shining at the same time? That's old school. When it was raining and the sun is shining. That means the devil's beating his wife with a frying pan.
That's when
That's when I was a
talk
kid.
about Jesus for a minute. I know before we get off track. So the devil has a wife, but Jesus don't have no wife?
Jesus is married to the church.
Get into this with y'all.
Jesus is married to the church.
Now this is black Jesus or white Jesus?
White Jesus is married to the church. Black Jesus may have been married to the church, but he had a side piece.
Oh, come on now.
So why does the devil get a wife then?
Because the
Wait,
devil...
so why does the black Jesus have to have a side piece?
Cause, man, you know...
Yeah, Maynard. Why does black Jesus have to have a side piece?
I mean... Because, I don't know, his wife is getting on his nerves?
Because we've been depicted in our lifetime that black people, since Jesus, we have been depicted that we have to have side pieces.
Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe I'm just making up foolishness.
Listen, speaking of side pieces, can somebody tell me what WAP means?
Oh. Yo, Spud, you started to...
Meg Thee Stallion, I know they did their thing, but I'm like, what in the world is WAP? I have absolutely no idea what it means. I mean,
Worship and praise.
what is WAP?
Worship and praise.
You know what? If we're going to get into it,
Oh.
if we're going to get into it, then we're going to get into it. It means wet ass pussy. That's what the woman is saying in the song.
Does it? Oh my God.
That's what they saying. You know, although the radio edit is wet and gushy, but...
Whoa.
So let me ask y'all a question. Since we're gonna go here, let's take a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Does it necessarily have to be wet and gushy, Maynard?
Are you saying what my preference is or something? what are you saying? Yo, this conversation...
Is that always a good thing?
Lamont, the conversation got spud all discombobulated. He ain't even in the camera no more. He's all the way on. But
I mean, no, I'm just saying, since we want to talk about, he wanted to know what WAP was. You said what it was. I'm just asking these questions. Is wet and gushy always a good thing?
Oh, man. Wait a minute. I hope it would not be dry. You wouldn't want it to be dry, would you?
Dry would be an issue. Dry would mean, if I'm not mistaken, dehydration. So
I don't know.
We do need everyone to be hydrated. You know what I mean?
I'm not smart enough to know what that means.
I'm saying let's break down the gushy portion since we're going here.
Hold on, Lamont.
I have a few things I want to say about.
I just wanted to know what the term was. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right, let me back up then. All right.
I want you to finish.
Well, you know, me being the one who does this, I got my problems with it.
Yeah, and what do you do, man, when you say you're the one that does this?
I mean, the one who always wants to pull things back or slow things down. Let me say this. I watched the video.
It does not seem like you're slowing it down.
I watched the video.
Because you didn't, yeah.
I watched the video. I listened to the song. I'm not feeling it like that. I feel like, and this, let me back up. I had a conversation with a young lady today, and she was saying, "Oh, you just mad because now women are saying it and men been saying these things for a long time." Lamont, you and I both have agreed in the past that hip hop was this thing until some cats came out with Straight Outta Compton, and then all of, because Big Daddy Kane might have talked about sleeping with women, but he didn't call bitches and hoes like that. Chuck D never did. Nobody in Native Tongue was really on that train. You know, none of the Will Smiths, none of the other stuff that was like pre-86. And I'm not really here to say that it's got to be about that. I'm just saying we got way off. I remember thinking to myself, the first time I heard NWA say, "Life ain't nothing but bitches and money," I was like, that's the most depressing thing I've heard. Like, if that's what life is, that's a depressing outlook on things. Maybe I'm just too much of a nerd.
No, you're not. I'm gonna tell you what you are in a minute. I'm gonna let Spud, because I got the answer for all of this.
I mean,
Spud?
I don't have the answer, Wait. I mean, I don't have the answer.
Well,
Look, listen, I'm an NWA fan, so I mean, I get it. I mean, I think that hip hop is all about, you know, talking about the environment of where you come from. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up because I saw an article today from CeeLo where he was saying that, you know, female rappers in particular have degraded the culture, you know, to a sense of not having any sort of respect or anything like that. I mean, you know, he said basically, you know, music from the 80s were fantastic. Now, I mean, he used Cardi B, mainly Nicki Minaj, you know, and talking about how women are just don't have the standards of respecting themselves. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, young girls look up to.
So here's my take on it.
Bring it home, big boy.
Yes, we did have, you know, here was because there was some real suckers on the internet this past weekend. I'm going to call them some feminist suckers that we all know, but we don't call no names out. I was just reading some of their comments of, well, Little Kim did this and Foxy Brown did that, so why don't you let her do X, Y, and Z? And here's what I said in my mind. I said, listen, you know what? You're right. Yep. I worked at Def Jam with the Ill Nana and was a part of some of those other records, but also that was 20 years ago. So my outlook at 20 or 25, it better be different than 50. Like our elders had records like The Candy Liquor by Marvin Cease. You remember that?
Yep.
Right? So when they were listening to some of those records at that time, you know, they got older and they started to look at things a little bit differently. So what I'm saying is that if you're a 50-year-old and you're looking at things differently, or as the same as a 20-year-old, then you got a problem. So I'm saying us in our 40s and 50s, we have the right to have our opinion. And all of those who don't like it, you know what they could do? They could go somewhere. Can I curse today? Because I'm feeling it.
Today it's all wide open.
Feel yourself.
Yeah, they can go fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Because
whoa,
Jesus. Yes. No, Maynard, Spud. No, listen.
Jesus.
No, there were some people. And there were some people that came at me specifically, and they were right about some of the records that I promoted in my 20s. And they said, well, Lamont, when you were in your 20s, you did this, you did that, and you did this. But I also told them, too, is that in my 20s, now I'm in my 50s, I'm doing things that I would never do in my 20s, like pay my bills on time, making sure I check my credit, being responsible. It's just a lot of things that I did in my 20s, in my 40s, and 50. I didn't do in my. Your brain should not be operating the same, because we all know there's some people that are operating the same in their 50s as did in their 20s, Spud, and that's not right. That's the problem. What?
You're not in your 50s yet, my brother.
Well, let's go with the 40. I'm breathing on 5.
Yo. We 30 days away from 50 for the big fella. The big fella's 30 days out off from 50, right?
You feel me? So I'm embracing it, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be sitting around, running around with a 20-year-old having a 22-year-old mentality, then, you know, that's a problem. So for me to say that, Cardi, you know what? That ain't for me. God bless you. I'm glad that Frank Ski cleared something up because I thought that was a Chicago house record. There's some whores in this house. We all thought, I didn't know that was Frank Ski. So God bless Frank. He going to get a big check. He going to feed his family. He going to be able to, you know, somebody that we all know. And you know what? That just ain't for me. And I don't like it. And if you got a problem because I don't like it, then you know what you can do. Just like it's something that you like. And that's fine.
Who wants to smoke?
Oh, no, it's two people in particular. They know exactly what I'm talking about.
I ain't saying nothing, man.
But they were directing some smoke at an industry veteran, and he's so apolitical, he can't say what I can say. But I'm going to tell him, yo, dog, don't even worry about them like that. Because they was coming at him because he's a father, he's a husband, and he's like, yo, like, we're in a pandemic space. Like, can we do something different? And they was on his head. And I'm like, yo, dude is a little bit more responsible in music and understanding it's a little bit deeper than what you all think it is. And it's just some some playtime, and we going to show about our wet ass peas. All right, I'm good now. I guess
we can't talk about P Valley, huh?
That's my joint, dude. That's my joint. That is my joint.
No, I'm feeling P Valley right about that. I'm feeling P Valley right about that.
Yeah, P Valley is a joint.
But I also guess we don't care that, you know what I'm saying, Kylie Jenner is in the video. We don't care nothing about the
what, Kylie Jenner just walks through the video. She doesn't add anything to it.
I don't even know what the problem is. I'm like, dang.
I mean, she don't add nothing to it. But here's my problem.
Because I think that they're trying to get 75,000 signatures, and they're up to like 50,000. Like, if they get to 75,000 signatures, what does that mean? Like, I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It mean like what? Maybe MTV that doesn't play videos. Maybe BET that doesn't play videos. I mean, they may take her out, but YouTube is the space for videos. Revolt, which, you know, whatever. I mean, it doesn't even matter. I don't even know why people are even going in on the Kylie thing.
Yeah, whatever, dude. It's again.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, I got an 11-year-old, and and a lot of people do, and I have some control over what she's hearing and ingesting and taking in. For the most part, we can control that. I don't have no issues there. But more and more, you know, kids have phones, they got iPads, they got their own computers. They're not always in your space, and they also have friends who don't have the same parenting or values from their parents that you may or not have. When we basically reduce these women down to ass and titties and WAP, should they be upset when and women who are out here like, that's my song, should we be upset? Should they get upset when we say, yo, I'm just trying to get some WAP off you? But what about getting to know me, girl? You just WAP. You told me that's what you are. Should they be upset?
I remember having a conversation with Paris one, and we were at a school, you know, speaking. This is a long time ago when I was in Dallas, and he said, "It is amazing to me that I will get on the stage and I will talk about, you know, women and uplifting and, you know, black sisters and queens. Nobody rushes the stage. Eazy-E get on the stage." I mean, he called you a B and an H and all this other stuff, talking about taking in the mouth and all this other stuff, and all the women run to the stage. I get up there, no chicks up there. And no chicks run up the stage.
So look, right here, Antonio Moore is basically saying, what about all the male rappers? And maybe he didn't hear my comment, but you just basically made the exact same comment. You know, when it was Public Enemy.
Wait, man. And I can't see when you says the male rappers, because we need the block button today, because we need to block some people.
No,
what do you mean where the male rap? I don't understand. What is? I didn't see the question.
The male rappers. There's all types of lyrics from, like Spud said, from Eazy-E. There's types of lyrics from, Cube had A B is a B, or what was this song? 2 Live Crew and Too Short. And she started, acting like it hurt. I go in harder, and I don't want to say the lyrics themselves, but male rappers have been objectifying women.
Okay, but Maynard, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Haven't there been people that said that they don't agree with that and they don't like it?
Yes, in fact.
Okay, so what's the problem? That's what I'm saying. Why is it that somebody can't have an anti-opinion?
True.
That's what I'm confused about.
Well, what I've heard, I'm glad you say that. What I heard from the young lady today was, as soon as we feel free to express ourselves the way we want to express ourselves, y'all got a problem with it. And why can't women do the same? And I agree. I know I have, and you and I have had these conversations where I just felt like when we got to a point where we started talking about shooting and killing one another, when we started about bitches and hoes on a regular, like Eric B. and Rakim's Paid in Full album is a classic. It's one of the greatest hip hop albums ever. There are no bitches and hoes on that album. What happened, right? And I will put that body of work against anything that any other group can come out with in the next 10 years and still be like, I'm sorry, the lyrics are doper, the music is, and that's not me trying to be like, I'm just old school and I just want something from, I recognize that Cardi B's album, that first album that she dropped, I liked the album. It was a lot of, discussion of WAP, but, I like the album.
All I'm saying is, and you're right, I like Cardi overall as a brand. I do think that she's diverse and she's grown from a diverse space. So I don't think Cardi, even with Meg, I don't think they're defined by this one record. Because again, if I read it correctly, Meg is getting ready to get her bachelor's in health administration. I saw an interview, she has a focus on getting some of this WAP bread. She's going to open up some home health care facilities. So these young ladies are way more than just WAP. And for anybody that got a problem with us having an opinion that's anti, you know what? It's a whole big old internet. And I know you don't want to hear this, Spud, but they can find somewhere else to go. You know what I'm saying? Because this is supposed to be a space where everybody should be able to have an opinion. And it's okay.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm all down. All with you. If you are tuned into this episode, thank you so very much. Make sure you hit the like button on Facebook. Make sure you also hit the subscribe button if you're watching this live on YouTube. Thank you so very much for tuning into this episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic. This episode is brought to you by Rugged EVO. Make sure you go to ruggedevo.com. Enter the promo code 3guys-001 to get 10% off your order. Fellas, if you are looking for the best in beard care, Rugged Evolution is where you need to go. Rugged Evolution is the truth. I just got myself my little, shea butter stuff. My skin is popping just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. So make sure you go to ruggedevo.com. I'm gonna skip over, our first topic, and I'm gonna go to our second one to talk about the VP pick. We are supposed to be 1 week away from getting who the vice president of the United States is going to be. Now, we saw Joe Biden, floundering around. I shouldn't have said floundering. Hanging out.
I'm sorry, did you say floundering?
Yeah, I did. I shouldn't have said that.
How do you flounder? Man, have you seen Uncle Joe floundering?
I did not mean to say that. I shouldn't have said that.
That's all right.
Hanging out with Big Gretch last week, and I'm very curious. I don't even know how Big Gretch is still even in the conversation and getting vetted when the world is basically saying that he needs to choose an African American VP. So Lamont, why is Big Gretch even still in the picture? Shouldn't
you heard the record? It's about the Cartier glasses.
Harris and Susan Rice. Those are the two that we should be looking at.
It's the Cartiers. It's the buffs. we got to get buffed up. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at.
Is that what Joe's trying to do? Trying to get buffed up?
Hey man, I don't know. I listen. I think Uncle Joe has shown us on many different levels, and I'm sure Maynard will back me up. Sometimes Uncle Joe ain't got it all. You know what I'm saying? He done dropped the ball.
Ooh, that's exactly who we want for president.
Well, I mean, it's better than what we got. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're gonna be trying to shoot at Uncle Joe like they trying to shoot at Donald Trump, as we just saw, maybe an hour or so ago. I don't know. Again, I'm with you. I love Kamala. I read a piece by the San Fran? Was it the mayor? The brother? What's his name? Come on, help me out. Willie. What's his name? Willie
Brown.
Willie Brown. Willie said he wrote a piece and he was quoted as saying, "Listen, Kamala, we love you, but we don't need you to be the VP. We might need you to be the AG." And I was like, you know what? And I really like Susan Rice. Susan, she's giving me a level of calm. She's giving me a level of what a VP could be in order to bring some stability to what Uncle Joe got going on. I feel like Susan could kick him under the table and say, "Yo, we need you to chill. I got this. Let me back you up, homie. Let me be the Mary Wells and you be Diana Ross." I'm feeling Susan is the one that could do that. I feel like Kamala.
Yeah, but you're the same one who said it. You know what I'm saying? Joe need to come out swinging. There needs to be some curse words and there needs to be some energy.
No.
Some
we had 85 days, but no.
We don't need none of this.
No. What's old girl name from Ohio, Maynard? The girl with the short hair.
Nina Turner.
Yeah.
Nina Turner. I think she goes by Nina.
Here's what Nina's doing. She's been telling Uncle Joe, just keep dancing around the ring. Don't throw no punches. Don't let them hit you. AKA, stay in the basement. We ain't doing too many interviews. We ain't coming out. We ain't doing no rallies. This is our fight to lose. So I think that's a strategy they use. Huh?
A fight to lose?
Yes. Yeah. He
Yeah.
can come out and say something stupid and just kill it all. Yes.
If you don't mind,
We don't mind.
I'm gonna tell you a way to lose this fight right now.
What?
He picks Big Gretch, he can kiss black women goodbye.
Hello.
If
he picks anybody else, I mean.
Let me say this.
I would think that if he picked Elizabeth Warren.
I think that if he picked Elizabeth Warren, there's gonna be some angry people, but I think people will be like, you know what? Okay, she's been on the scene. What year did Big Gretch get elected to governor?
Next term, 2018.
Yo, if he picks Gretch, I'm sorry, Joe, that might be a deal breaker for just about everything. Now the progressives, a friend of mine said that the progressives ain't gonna vote for Joe. The progressives are not the base of the party. The base of the party are African American women. It's the Stacey Abrams, it's the Val Demings. It was in South when Joe was losing in Iowa and New Hampshire. South Carolina came on because blacks and black women showed up and said, this is who we want. And if you can't continue to dance with the date that you brought to the party, then your ass gonna get left on the dance floor alone.
Well, the black girl's telling him that. Is he going to listen? That's different. We know the black girl is telling her that. And I keep saying the black girl, and I don't want to be disrespectful. I forget her name. I know she's real spicy, and she got short hair, and she'll be on point. Girl from Ohio.
Nina Turner.
Yeah. So what's Miss Turner? We don't call her Miss Turner. I'm sure she is telling him that. Look, Joe, don't piss off these black chicks.
Nina's not really she's a Bernie Sanders person.
Right, but she's still in the race because she need him to get the W. You know what I'm saying? For her check to keep coming.
Yeah, but here's the question, though. Is this a pressure move? Is one of the two black candidates the most qualified? And is this a pressure move to actually pick a black VP? And either one of them, are they the most qualified? Are they more qualified than Elizabeth Warren, Tammy Duckworth, Big Gretch, Gretchen Whitmer? Are they more qualified than what we have?
So here are the qualifications to becoming president or vice president. You got to be 35 years of age. You got to be an American citizen. You got to be born here in America. That's pretty much the qualifications, right? Now, you want to talk about, do they have experience? I mean, Kamala Harris has been an attorney general. She's been in the Senate. She's made her way up. I mean, Keisha Lance Bottoms is an executive. She is the mayor. She is the person, like when we used to always say about Kwame or Freeman Hendricks or whoever could have wanted to be mayor, Mr. Archer. Yo, what are you going to do when that snow comes? That's what the executive is the person who is on the ground with the people. That's why governors often do well. And I understand that's part of Big Gretch's cachet. But we got 2 years of Gretch in the game. That's it? And you going, you know what I'm saying? It's not enough. It's not enough. And what are we talking about more qualified? Donald Trump is president. I mean...
Yeah, but I think that you said it also. The qualifications is still going to make a difference in a win or a lose.
No, that's false. I think, listen.
I like Susan Rice. I think that Kamala is the win for me.
Okay.
I think that Kamala has...
Over Susan?
Let me explain. Let me reclaim my time. Susan, to me, is a bit quiet. And we already got a boring Joe Biden. All right, we already got a sleepy Joe. We don't need a sleepy Susan Rice. We need some fire. We need some energy. We need a black woman that's in there that is fire, that is going to stand up, that's not going to be in the Oval Office just saying, okay, no problem, that's what you want to do. We don't need a Mike Pence, vice president. We need somebody who is going to represent. I'm not saying that, I'm saying Susan, Rice does not do that. I like Susan. I think that she's fantastic. I think if this was the Barack Obama era, I think that would be a great pick. I think that right now, especially after, Trump, we need somebody with some energy and some wherewithal, somebody who's going to actually do it and make it happen. Go!
I like Susan Rice. Listen, I'm not upset with these 3 picks. Susan, Kamala, Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'm fine with those 3. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Karen Bass. I think Karen Bass is a little bit too middle of the roadish, but I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem with Big Gretch. I got a serious problem with Gretchen Whitmer, and I'm the biggest Joe Biden fan on this podcast. Y'all know this. If he picks Gretchen Whitmer, I can tell you that's a recipe for disaster.
Oh yeah, that's a done deal.
I'm down with you on that. You're right.
Yeah, if he picks Gretchen Whitmer, which I live in Michigan, so I would be happy for Big Gretch. I think that Big Gretch would do good, but this is not the time for Big Gretch.
This is not the time for that.
Is Joe Biden a 2-term president, Maynard?
No.
Okay. So, is the person that he picks, is he going to pass the baton to the vice president? Is this a setup for Susan Rice to, be president, or Kamala Harris to be president? Is this a setup, or is it and we on back to the general election?
Well, we know this much. If it's Karen Bass, then it's not the setup, because Karen Bass is basically saying, I don't want to be president. If it's Kamala, it certainly is the setup. Kamala absolutely wants to be president. She obviously ran for president. But
well, Lamont, you picking Kamala Harris, right?
I'm not going with no. I feel like it's gonna be like soul night up in the White House. She gonna call D Nice. He gonna close. DJ Cassidy gonna open up. I'm not. No.
Darnell Smalls and Charles Hicks.
Yeah, gonna call Charles Hicks. No, I don't know. No. We need some presidential kind of energy back into the mix. Kamala, I love you. I rock with you, but I'm down with you being that AG. Go out there and do what you do. Go raise some havoc, and let's help some black boys across this great country. You can't do that if you VP. You feel what I'm saying? But if you AG, you can help some people.
Kamala is too rowdy for you.
Oh, hands down.
Stereotyping black women. Damn. Damn, you got to stereotype the black woman. We went from
So
WAP
you
to...
be minute there. You can't see Kamala barbecuing in the back of the White House?
I can see Kamala frying up some folks, though. I can see her frying some people up. Like, don't come in here with that BS. Kamala be sending their asses right on out the side door.
I'm good. I'll pass.
All right, let's move on to why Lamont is in his feelings. Lamont, every week you have a problem with something. Hopefully it is not about, Kamala Harris being the VP.
No, we love Kamala. You know what I'm saying? Kamala, whatever. I just need her to be AG. I don't need her to be, VP. So quick with mine. That ain't me, is it? We blueprint today.
I'm sorry. It's Kamala. Yo, Lamont got a problem with you. What? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yo, Lamont. Yo, she got smoke for you, homie. It's going down like that.
Of life when Eddie Murphy was like, oh my God, I got a phone call. It's supposed to be. Anyways, Lamont is in his feelings. What are you in your feelings about, Lamont?
Hey man, I'm in my feelings again about the coronavirus. Listen, man, we gotta figure it out. Like, we gotta just come to grips. No more football. Let's shut the schools down. Let's really figure out how to get this thing under control. I don't know what the numbers are as of today, but we're not looking good. I had a conversation with somebody a couple days ago over the weekend, and I had somebody say to me is that they really thought the coronavirus was something for you guys up north. There's still people in this country, they don't think this is real. You know what I mean? They don't think the deaths are real. They don't think the way you transmit the disease is real. And I'm just in my feelings, man. Like, I read an article from an Asian publication that broke down how Asian culture over the past, several years before this particular virus, they all wore masks as, for a level of courtesy. Even if they had a cold, they wore the mask in order to be courteous to their next individual of not being able to give them the cold or give them whatever germs that they have. And I'm just in my feelings, man. We got to figure out some courtesy around here, man, because at this rate, and we all saw the headline this morning about NCAA. Now, is the NCAA, canceling certain conferences of football, and people are all up in arms. Oh, we need to have our football, and people don't understand that this thing is still real, and we got to shut this down. Even with the schools, I don't know why we keep playing about kids going to school, but Barron is not going to school. Barron School in Maryland says no go. So any black child that is out here, or white child or Asian child, any child should have the same level of education, the same level of safety as Barron. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just in my feelings about this because I still don't think we got it, bro. Like, people out here still playing like this ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? Like, we just out here just cooling and we chilling. And I'm just hoping we get it together because at this rate, we in August. This is not going to be together by January, which means that 2021 still ain't going to be together. Because even if there's a vaccine, we got to work on the consumer confidence of people to feel like that they can go outside, that they can go to a venue. You just told me about a thing this weekend. I'm thinking about it. We got to go to a movie premiere, but we got to do it at a drive-in, which is cool and it's nice. But what if I want the nachos and the popcorn and to be in the theater seat? I can't do it because we still got people out here playing that this is just a little jokey joke. So, yes, Cardi B got me on 8.5. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I'm just in my feelings about that, man. We got to get serious, dog. Like, this is, coronavirus is not discriminating against anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it. That's all I got.
That thing about it is that, everybody is like, oh, yeah, don't forget about the mask and the mask and the mask. Then they catch it. They're like, oh, you need to wear a mask.
Right, it's real. But Lamont, you bring up some really good points, and I hate this. I hate to agree with you, but one of the things I thought was, in college we're student athletes. That because you talked about the top 25 programs talking about they're not going to play sports. There are top 25 programs that are considering having sports this fall for football and closing the campus for school. So what are we really here? So this brings up a whole other thing. Are these student athletes, or are they just athletes that you just ain't paying? Because if you're not operating school or you doing something else for school, but you're like, well, we got to save the football season, then these kids aren't student athletes. You don't even care about the student part. They're just athletes. So, they
should get a check.
They should get a check. I don't know how to do football, but I think the NCAA basketball should just be flattened. We just need to flatten that. Just kill it, get rid of it. NBA, G League, that's the whole way to go. Forget it.
NBA, G League, I like that. All right, let's do care or don't care, ladies and gentlemen. These are the topics that we probably care about or we don't really care about. We want to know from you. Leave us a comment and let us know if you actually care about what we're talking about or if you do not care about what we are talking about. Tiffany Haddish came out this week and said that she is banging Common. Maynard, care or don't care?
Nah, listen. We talked about this briefly one time before, and I just feel like Common should, whoever Common messes with next, Tiffany being the one, like, he should just be like, look, let us just not do anything publicly for a minute. And let us just wait till we get married before anybody says anything about it. Because he just keeps going through girlfriend after girlfriend. It's always public. Huh?
How does he continue to get all of the broads that's in Hollywood? They all run in the same circle.
Amen.
I mean, it's not like Tiffany Haddish and Serena Williams are not friends. It isn't like Tiffany Haddish isn't going to have an interview with Angela Rye. Where is the girl code here?
There's no girl code.
WAP.
Is that what it is?
Whoa,
Whoa.
Go ahead. I ain't gonna say anything else. Go ahead.
I mean, God bless Common, God bless the good brother, but it's like we can't talk about Common without sliding Jaguar right in there because Jaguar was out of pocket.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna do it.
I know we in the care, don't care, but Jaguar, you was out of pocket, homie, and we'll leave it at that.
But let me ask this question.
Expand on that.
Let me ask this question.
What?
Do you think that Common did what she said he did?
I wasn't there. I don't know, but I think you always have to question a person's motive and how and why they say certain things. You feel what I'm saying?
So I'll say this. I watched.
Keep on walking. I ain't talking to you anymore. Come on.
I watched a lot of what Jaguar has said, and I watched her say that she said that Common sexually assaulted her. Okay. In a certain.
But man, not to cut you off, and we had this conversation on this podcast many times. Me being a young man, and I think you're guilty, and Spud could possibly be guilty.
Pause.
Hold up. Let me finish.
Pause.
We talked about this. When I was in elementary school, we used to call it smooching the booty. You would run up to a little girl. You would smooch her butt, and you would run. By today's standards, that's sexual assault.
Yeah, but we're not talking about. We ain't talking about third.
A grown man right now.
We ain't talking about third graders. We talking about 20-some-year-olds.
When I was in the 6th grade, we used to go to the skate. All right, Saturday night at the skating ring, and we would roll around the skating ring, and we would do the same things. We would pat girls on the butt, and we would go skate. Now I understand that that's sexual assault. A 40-year-old person cannot be.
Well, he wasn't 40 at the time this happened, right? Because Jaguar ain't been on tour with nobody that likes a Common in probably 15, 20 years.
Talk about it.
Now, I don't know. I'm willing to accept that something happened that was uncomfortable between them two. It was a misunderstanding. But what she's went on to say about Black Thought, and you know what, we missed one thing real quick. R.I.P. to Malik B. Malik, we miss you. Roots original. Original founding member of the Roots. He passed on a week and a half ago. But what she's saying about Black Thought and Questlove and the rest of the Roots crew, she's a little out of pocket about how they're phonies and they're not, the Roots crew is dope, and we know this much.
And the only reason is because we have to still get into a place where we allow people to have their opinions, and that's cool.
I mean, I don't have a problem with her. I don't have a problem with her having an opinion.
Right, because my wife taught me this, and this is true. My perception and your perception could be totally different. Of rice and peas. Maynard, we talk about this. No. I don't like rice and peas.
That's because you're wrong. But that's what, I don't have a problem with her having an opinion. I don't. Right. But the only thing is, the part of the reason why the opinion is what it is, or why she's saying it, is sour grapes. Look, you dropped the album. It didn't sell, and it was a good album. I liked the music on the album. There was a couple of songs on it I dug. But unfortunately, you don't have that classic beauty or those things that were going to make a really good album cover. And she's not an ugly woman.
Cover? Damn, the girl can't even get an album cover?
He said classic beauty. What do you mean, sir?
She didn't have the things in that time and space when she was really trying to grind that first 2-3 years in the game. She looked a little bit less like Beyonce and a little bit more like Bahamadia.
Yeah, that was
classic
beauty. Sexual assault is sexual assault. I mean, the world thought that Usher was banging a 400-pound girl, you know what I'm saying, that gave him herpes. So, I mean, what you like is what you like. Sexual assault is still sexual assault.
No. We're not talking about the sexual assault part. What I'm saying is she's mad at the Roots crew, and she's coming out on Quest to them saying that they not really that good, and they kept my album from selling. Your album was not selling because, unfortunately, you didn't have the thing that makes albums sell. Like, Cassie sold a lot of albums. She's also very pretty. The music was good too.
She's not hot.
Not you in my arena, Maynard. I don't know. Listen, and here's what I'm going to say to that. There have been albums over the many, many years that have been great pieces of art. And some albums just don't sell. We're not saying it about Jack and her record, because I also wouldn't put it on Thought, Quest, and all them that they have the ability to make it to where an album not sell. They ain't got that much juice.
No, they don't.
If the people want to rock with you, they're gonna rock with you. And if a label or a situation is gonna be able to make money, they're gonna be like, they all for it. So you can't put that on them. So I only differ with you on the classic beauty because I'm wondering what that means. And B, I think you're right. If the people just wasn't rocking with it, they wasn't rocking with it. That's just what it is.
Right. I like the album. I thought the album was dope, but I just think that she wasn't as marketable as a talent. And so I see a lot of females coming for me in the chat talking about what do I mean classic beauty? I think she just didn't have the marketability that she needed to sell records. And Jag is a Philly girl, and I love her, North Philly till I die. But I mean,
you end up seeing on the record?
Huh?
Lamont, did you end up seeing on the record?
Which one is on the record? Oh, no, that we talked about on the chat? No, I didn't. I couldn't find it.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, on the record
is on the Max. Okay, that's why I couldn't find it.
On the record is an amazing storyline. I don't know, but it's... Did you have any feedback on the Spud?
I thought it was a really great documentary. I mean, I think that, I appreciate Russell when he was on the Breakfast Club not hiding from the, I guess, media about it, even though he did fly to, India. But I'm glad that he was, upfront about it. I mean, I am always, and I'm always amazed by when a woman is emotional and breaks down about something that happens to her. I mean, I know we got a lot of actresses in the world, but when it comes to sexual assault, those things are really very convincing. And I can't say it's true or false. I mean, some of the things that, that were said about what Russell did was a bit far-fetched in my opinion. But again, you think you know a guy. So I don't know. I mean, I can't really say. I mean, if she's, I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. Either way, I think that, people should definitely still watch the documentary. I think it's it's still good documentary. But I'm a documentary buff, so I really like documentaries. But I think it was really really good. I thought it was a good look. I'm glad they were able to tell their story, and I'm glad that Russell was able to respond by saying he was glad that they were able to tell their story. All right, let's move on. Michelle Obama says she has a low grade of depression. Mine, care or don't care?
Of course I care, and we had this discussion in my household, and my wife, she's going to be mad I said this. She was like, Lamont, I get it, but she has a lot to be grateful for. You know what I mean? Before COVID-19, Michelle was out here selling out arenas. You hear me? A lot of people wasn't selling the arenas out. And
it's still a big bag for, for that podcast money. Podcast money ain't free.
That's what I'm saying. So
podcast ain't for free.
But we know if she gets anything like the bag that we getting.
Let's not talk about that. Oh Lord.
So the bag we getting, baby.
But here's what I'm afraid of.
Grade of depression if you get in the bag that we get.
Right. So I'm hoping Michelle is out here trying to get clicks and views. That's what I'm hoping she's not doing.
I care. I love Michelle Obama. I love her. I mean, and I mean that with the utmost respect. I mean, I watched Becoming, and I just watched how she moved, and I realized that, man, one thing that she did more than anything, and the thing that touches my heart, is when you love my child and you do things for my child, that's it. You got me for life. And she just loves our children so much, and so I care.
Rick Ross, this is Terry Crews. Terry Crews kind of claps back, man. Do you care about Rick Ross and Terry Crews? No, we don't care. Lamont does not care as well. Can we talk about the Versuz battle for a second? 2 Chainz went off. He went off. First of all, can we talk about the Versuz battle in the sense of, I mean, there were strippers at the Versuz battle, dog. I mean, Rick Ross was getting a massage. I mean, where are we going with the Versuz battle? I mean, I know they started off, and Teddy Riley took it to one level, and, Alicia Keys and John Legend took it to another level. Snoop Dogg and DMX took it to another level. Now we got strippers? We doing it for the strippers now?
Versus all tops down. Versus tonight.
Shout out to DJ Henhouse. It's finale. All tops down.
Yo, so the next play on Versuz really is, it's going to be a Versuz tour, right, Lamont? I mean, that sounds like the reasonable play, right?
Yeah, when it opens back up, but again, we got to wear those masks, man, so we can get to that,
Right.
I mean, is there anybody you guys want to see? I mean, I know they've been talking about Big Daddy Kane and Rakim. They've been talking about Keisha Cole and Ashanti. I've never watched the Versuz battle, so I can't really, tell you what they look like. I appreciate the platform. I'm glad that Swiss and, Timbaland definitely developed the platform. That's a good look. Is there anybody you guys want to see?
I'd be interested in seeing Brian McKnight and Joe. I'd be interested in seeing, I don't know, Beyonce versus the world.
Lamont?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really like the format the way that it is. I get it. And Spud, you might understand this when I say this. And, and God bless the dead. But I kind of wish that they did it a little like Donna Faye and those boys would do it on Saturday night on WMXD. I feel like, we lost you, Spud.
That's Gerald McBride.
Oh, Jesus. I said Donna Faye?
Next topic. So, Donald Trump over the weekend, definitely, he signed the executive order with the unemployment benefits and basically kind of extending it to $400 a week, which is really $300 a week. Lamont, I mean, Maynard, is this a help for the American people? Why did he do this? What was his reasoning for signing the executive order instead of allowing for Congress and the Senate to go back and say, we're going to negotiate this thing out and we're going to reach a deal?
Well, Trump, he's trying to, why do we give away money every Thursday on the radio? You pay your listeners. So he's trying to buy some votes. That's A. And B, he's also trying to buy some votes on the other side, which is if you give them $600, people who hate black people, poor people, but people on welfare, they're going to lose their minds. So he basically said, I'm going to only give them $400 and I'll whack them across the top of the head. And so to those people, they're saying, well, at least he cut the benefit. And then he's hoping that the other side is going to say, well, at least he gave us a benefit. So he's trying to hedge his bets and try to buy some votes on both sides. But I think what we have to think about is this. If you make minimum wage in this country at $7.25 an hour by 2,080 hours a year, you could do the basic math. You're talking about $15,000, $16,000. If you you drop the mic on that one, huh, Spud?
That was my bad. That was
on the 15,000. Yeah.
Yeah, you make it like 16,000, between 15 and 16 grand a year. There's nowhere in America where two people making that kind of money together in one household can afford to have a 2-bedroom apartment. That's just unheard of. And those people they are the people that we know that work at the McDonald's and the Taco Bells and the Walmart or whatever the case may be. We don't pay them because we don't think that they're important. But when the essential workers went back to work and when they had to go to lunch, where did they go to lunch? McDonald's and Taco Bell. Where did you buy your toilet paper? Walmart. These people, albeit they are fast food workers, they are grocery store workers, they are essential workers, and we should pay them that way.
Lamont?
I mean, I hate to say this again. I'm kind of with Maynard. I get what he's trying to do, but I thought by a legal precedent, he can't do that. I thought Congress had the bag. I thought Congress is the only one. And again, maybe we need to call AKA Miss Civics on this to make sure I got this right. But whatever executive order that he signs, he don't have the bag. Am I correct?
No, he doesn't.
So again, we just out here, we just talking. You feel what I'm saying? I heard his I forgot dude's name with the glasses. I get them all mixed up. It's a revolving door up there. He was on the side of the president today talking about we should have this done in 2 weeks. Like, yo, dog, how you gonna have it done in 2 weeks? You ain't got the Congress on board. Like, so what are y'all doing? So I think we have to understand or still take into consideration that dude will just get up there and say whatever. He will say that the sky is green. And be like, look, it's green. You don't see it? And some people be like, yeah, it is green. And that's what it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the Cactus of the Week. This is where somebody says something stupid. They got to choke on their words for that they said. Maynard, who's getting the Cactus this week, my man?
Well, in the state of Virginia, there's a place called Liberty University. It is the home of Jerry Falwell.
Wait a minute, Maynard. Wait. Let that breathe first for a minute.
This is Jerry Falwell. This is his church. I mean, his school. Some friends of mine went to Liberty University. It's one of the largest schools actually in the country based on this online program. It's got a lot of students. It's a Christian organization, if you know who Jerry Falwell is. Well, Jerry Falwell Jr. took over the university from his father. He's president and chancellor of the university. And at some point, he takes a picture with a woman in his office with their pants unzipped. Both of them have their pants unzipped, and they're pushing their stomachs out. Now, the woman is pregnant, I guess, and he's there with her, and he says something stupid about it, like, oh, I'm just trying to show her that I'm staying in solidarity with her stomach because she couldn't zip her pants up, so I unzip mine too. Jerry Falwell Jr., you need to shut up. with your foolishness. Nobody believes that foolishness. Let me tell you what I believe happened. Jerry Falwell Jr., you had your pants down, and she was in the room with you with your pants down. And as a result, somebody walked in at the wrong time, and so you said, oh, this is just a joke. We always do this. We always walk around the damn office with the pants half down. Maynard,
and I hate this is my first time interrupting you. Were they playing WAP in the background?
No, it was PAP. It was PAP because it's pregnant. So nobody believes that you just, it was just a game that we both had our pants unzipped and they caught me in an awkward moment and, look, so we're just going to take a picture and just make it normal. No. Jerry Falwell Jr., you were doing some wrong You were doing, as Big Mama said in Big Mama's house, some of y'all doing some nasty shit. And you were doing some nasty shit. For that, you get the cactus, my dude.
Talk like that.
You get the cactus. You're welcome to dine on our finest cactus.
Okay. Right.
That was funny. I'm sorry. Is he a preacher?
Yes.
The preacher got his pants open. But what was in his glass?
Oh, right. He said it was just brown joy juice. It was soda or something. He said so. I can't. I'm all the way wrong as to what the quote is. But he basically was like, "It's just some. It's just soda."
I'm making me a cup right now that says brown joy juice. I'm going to Amazon right now and order me a brown joy juice cup right now. Brown joy juice.
This is the thing, man. It's always this way. When Jim Baker, he was out here sleeping with all the secretaries in the office, and they were snorting all the cocaine, right? That happened. But he was still talking about we are God's children, and we are doing the best in the world. It was another one.
Catholic Church just come out and say something about denouncing like gay people from coming to the church or something like that.
Talking about Jerry Falwell?
Gay people are always under attack by the church.
No, basically, they put out a couple because they were gay, and they told them that they could not come to the church. I was like, what? Y'all still casting out demons?
I don't know what to tell you, man. I just know Jerry Falwell Jr. Don't come to work. Don't be, and this is the thing. The picture is not of Jerry Falwell Jr. on his back porch at home with his pants half unzipped. In his living room, in his bedroom with his wife, the picture of Jerry Falwell Jr. at work in the president's office, where he's the president of a Christian university, in the room with somebody else's wife with her pants unbuttoned. Kind of foolishness is this? I promise, I don't care how much you pay my lady. If I catch you with the picture and you got your pants unzipped and my lady got my pants unzipped, it's going to be a misunderstanding for everybody. Everybody getting a damn black eye.
I've got one question. Who took the picture?
Oh, damn. I didn't even think about that.
Who took the picture?
It's a menage a twizzle going on up in the
There's a secretary in that piece.
What is going on? What are we learning at Liberty University? Kind of foolishness is this?
Do us a favor. If you're watching this live on YouTube or if you are watching this live on Facebook, we really would appreciate it if you share this episode with your friends. Share it on your platform. Share it on your page. So that way we can continue to expand our audience. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on Facebook. Also, hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe.
For new episodes of Three Black Guys with the Mic, which air every Monday at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss our guest, or you don't want to miss the next episode, because it's always fire, always funny. Make sure you stop by RuggedEVO.com. Use the promo code 3guys-001. That's 3guys-001. Get 10% off of your order, fellas. If you're looking to get your beard game all together, they got 16 essential shampoos, oils, balms, the whole 9 yards. Rugged EBO. Support black-owned businesses. All right? We'll do it again next Monday at 7 p.m. for 3 Black Guys with the Mic. Again, share, and share. Make sure you go to 3 Black Guys with the Mic, SoundCloud.com/3 Black Guys with the Mic. Join our SoundCloud channel. Rate and review us on iTunes. Have a fantastic week. Thank you so very much for listening.